Hi, my name is Alexia Neely. This is my Exam 3 video exam demonstrating algebra blocks, or algebra tiles. Okay, so question 1 is 8x plus 4x. So we're just gonna add, so it starts with positive 8x, so we're gonna add 8x tiles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Okay, and then we're gonna add 4x tiles. So adding means putting things on the board, so we're gonna place 4x tiles on the board. Okay, and then you count those all up and you end up with 12x. And that's the answer to question 1. Okay, and then question 2 is -3 plus -6. So we're starting off with -3. So we're going to place 3 units on the negative section of the mat, and then we are adding -6. So adding means putting things on the mat, so we're going to place 6 more units in the negative section because we're adding -6. Okay, and so that leaves us with -9 units for question 2. Okay, question 3 is 8x minus -3x. So starting with 8x, so we're going to take our x tiles again, positive 8x, so we're going to put 8 x's in the positive side. I think that's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. Okay, we got our 8 x's. And then we are gonna subtract -3x. So subtracting means taking away from the board. So since we don't have any negatives, we're gonna have to add some things to the board before we can actually start our problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 3 x's and subtract 3 x's. So the problem is still the same since we subtracted and added 3x. So it's still equivalent to 8x. Now we can actually begin our problem. So we can take away the -3x. So take away -3x. And that leaves us with, and yeah, just to make sure, this is a 0 pair, so they cancel out. Yeah, so take away the -3x, back to what I was doing. And that leaves you with 11x. So 8x plus 3x, if you count this up. Yeah. Okay. Next problem is multiplying a binomial, x plus 1 times 3x minus 4. So we're going to switch to a new mat. And we're going to take x plus 1, our first binomial. So we'll take an x and we'll just go ahead and put that on one of the axes of the factor track. So that's an x plus 1, and make sure to put that on the positive side since those are both positive side of the axis. Okay, and then on the other axis, we're going to put our other binomial that we are multiplying with, our other factor, 3x minus 4. So we're going to take a positive 3x, so we're going to put 3x on the positive side, and 4 on the negative side. It's 3x minus 4. Okay. Okay. And the next step is to just fill in the gaps, making sure that you're keeping all your breaks in line with each other. So for this first part, this first section, I see that it is x times x. So x times x is x squared. So you're going to have an x squared right there. Fill in the gap and the breaks line up. Okay. And that'll be the same thing for these next two places. Okay, and then I see that the next part is 1 unit times x, so we need something 1 unit tall and x units long, which will be an x tile, and that'll be the same thing down that row. Okay, and then I see that the next part is going to be 1 unit times x, so it's going to be 1 times x all the way down. Each of these is 1 times x, which is just x. That should look like that. Okay. And then we just have 1 times 1 to fill in this blank spot. So 1 times 1 is going to be 1. And then do the same thing all the way down. Alright, so the next step, I'm just going to take away the tiles that represented our problem so we don't get confused. Take those away. So everything on the factor track. So we can look at our answer and see it clearly. Okay, and you can tell that it's correct because it's making a nice pretty rectangle and there's no gaps in it when you put it together. Right, so you can see that our answer is going to be, we have 3x squareds right here. So I'm just going to write this here, 3x squared, and then we have 3x's plus 3x, and then minus 4x, since these x's are in the negative, minus 4x, and minus 4 units. Okay, so 3x squared plus 3x's minus 4x's minus 4. That's going to simplify when you add the x's together into just those x's will simplify to just negative x. So I'll leave you with 3x squared minus x minus 4 for your answer. Okay. Next question. Okay, so the next question is dividing binomials. So we're going to take 4x squared minus 12x and divide that by x minus 3. So we'll start with setting the problem up with 4x squareds. Take our 4x squareds. And I'm just going to put them here in the positive section. Okay, and then subtract 12x. So we need negative 12x. So this one is kind of working opposite from the last one since we're dividing. We're starting with the inner part kind of filled in, and then we're going to find the factor. Okay, so we need 12x. So it's going to end up with 6 in each of these rows. 1, 2, 5, 2 more. Okay, we're looking something like this right now. Okay, and then it says we're going to divide by x minus 3. So that term is going to go into one of our axes on our factor track. So we have a positive x minus 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put positive x minus 3. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put this here. Okay, so clearly this is not working. So I'm going to go ahead and just move some of these around and see what happens. So let's try and match up these x's with our units. Okay. So that looks like it's working a little bit. And then we can just move these over here. And it looks nice and pretty. Yay. Okay, so next step is we just have to fill in this factor, this axis. Okay, so on the last problem, both of these axes were filled and we had to fill in the inside. On this one, we have to fill in these x's instead. So it looks like an x is going to go here because this is x units long right here. And another x. And you're going to end up with 4 x's down the row. So I think my answer is going to be 4x. Okay, that's that problem. All right, now we're on to problem number 6, which is factoring a trinomial. So the trinomial is x squared plus 4x plus 3. So we're going to start off by representing that, and we're going to go ahead and fill in inner part. So last time we had one of these axes filled up and the middle part filled up, and we had to find the other axis. This time, only the middle is going to fill up, and we're going to have to find both of the factors. So we have x squared plus 4x, or x squared, and we need 4x. Okay, got our 4x, and plus 3. Okay. Okay. So, I'm just going to move this over here, and then it makes a nice pretty rectangle again. And that's how we know we've done it right. And then we can go ahead and fill in the axes. So it looks like an X is going to go right here. Make sure to line up our breaks. That's how we know what goes there. And this looks like 1 unit long, all the way down here. Okay, and then on the y-axis, get another X and plus 1. So that's going to make our answer x plus 1 times x plus 3. Okay, this one was 4x.